back with another daily reflection on the Daily Vedantic. And I'm wearing my YFYI shirt, Yoga for Your Intellect shirt. And it reminds me of this epic text exchange with Joseph, who I study with. And I wrote him a text that said, "Let's get realized." Kind of tongue in cheek, although that is the goal of all of this. And he wrote back, "There's literally nothing else to do." Let's get realized. There's literally nothing else to do. We touched on that in a previous episode, but it is such a atomic bomb of a clarification of what we're all trying to do anyhow, that I felt like it was worth repeating. Repetition is power. And as we touch on and repeat quite often, reflection is 100,000 times more powerful than listening or reading something new and inspiring. If you don't reflect on it, you're getting 1/100th the value out of that. We all know in one ear, out the other that's basically how it always goes when we hear something amazing. We listen to a great TED Talk. We tap like on an inspiring quote on Instagram. If we don't reflect on these things, within a day, they're gone. Even something that might have stopped you in your tracks, pull over to the side of the road because something hits you so much, 3 days later is a distant memory, if that. Reflection is 100,000 times more powerful than listening. And this concept is worth reflecting on over and over and over again. There's literally nothing else to do. We fill our time with things that look like they're completely unrelated to getting realized, to realizing who we really are. It's the oldest concept, philosophical concept we have as humans, is that you are so much more than you think you are, than you are deluded into believing when you think you are this small little John or Jane Doe doing your small little task. Or maybe you think you're this big John or Jane Doe leading some company with 5,000 employees. Both of those are infinitesimal to who we are told over and over again by every master of every major philosophy, who we are told over and over again that we are. So much more than that. And it's out of that delusion we are so small that we think, well, I can't go after anything big. I'm going to just get my tiny little crumbs. I'm going to cobble together the workday to cover my obligation to get my paycheck, to cover rent, to be able to go to the movies, to be able to afford a nice meal here and there. And we're scraping and cobbling together these tiny little things that maybe ladder up to, if I work my ass off for 30 years, I'll make enough money to get X, Y, or Z, which are all just symbols of I will inevitably, I will manifest on my vision board that I will be free. But that freedom is an infinitesimal version of your natural state, your birthright, who you already are. Whether it is getting the new hip gadget, the iPhone 23, whether it's getting promotion, whether it is getting that house, that dream house, getting that dream career, that dream spouse. We are all just seeking peace a sense of peace, a sense of prosperity, to be free from all of these physical, emotional chains that we are probably feeling right now in life. And everything we're doing, from that bite of ice cream to that extra drink to that 15-hour day to try to get that promotion, we're trying to get free. And what this philosophy says, and has said for thousands of years, is there is nothing else to do but to get free. And in that pursuit of a symbol of freedom, why not go for the whole thing? It's not only your birthright, but there's literally nothing else to do. That is today's reflection on the Daily Vedantic. We'll see you next time. Thanks for listening to the Daily Vedantic. This reflection is part of a free repeating 2-year course in Advaita Vedanta. Rooted in the timeless wisdom of the Upanishads, arguably the oldest philosophical texts on earth, you can begin with episode 1, which gives the 15-minute overview of the whole philosophy of Vedanta, or you can join the journey with any episode at any point. But the critical aspect of this course, of understanding and mastering anything, is to study and reflect, even for 10 to 15 minutes on the timeless each day, preferably at the start of your day. As is said in this philosophy, reflection is 100,000 times as powerful as listening. So listen, journal, sit with, discuss these concepts, or ask questions at thedailyvedantic.com with our AI-powered chatbot, informed by about 700 episodes here, as regularly as one can, if you want to see clarity and peace almost effortlessly unfold in your daily life. And if it doesn't result in a near immediate increase in clarity and peace, then toss aside and feel free to never listen again. One of the things that you might notice is, after 7 or 8 days in a row, this doesn't feel like a discipline. This feels like a visit with a best friend, to dive into the timeless with daily reflection. Within a few days, it becomes one of your favorite parts of the day. You can also find out more, including news about in-person events in Los Angeles and beyond, at the Daily Vedantic on Instagram, or through our weekly newsletter at thedailyvedantic.com. Additionally, check out the links in our show notes for more resources like the books that are mentioned most frequently in the episodes, including Vedanta Treatise, perhaps the simplest and most straightforward read on this philosophy I've ever come across. Until next time, and from the entire team that works on the Daily Vedantic project, thanks for listening.